Can you see me and a donkey? Yay! Fabulous. So I'm going to do a quick whistle-stop tour. I'm also going to turn on my timer, otherwise I will witter forevermore. So there we are. So this is me and my friend Donkey. I met him last week and he awed every time that I left and I had to stroke him for a long time. So that's just how magnetic I am. Anyway, he was so lovely. He got the first page of my slides. So thought I'd share with you today some of the things that I've been doing the last couple of weeks in the hope that it might help your businesses or you in some way or another. So here we are. Oh, she says. There we are. There we go. So this couple of weeks ago, I went to head office. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Laura from SAVE WITH JEWELL, and that's what I call my utility warehouse business. That's our lovely head office there. It's so gorgeous when it's sunny or any beautiful weather happens because it's shiny. Alan would love this with the cleaning. It would look amazing, wouldn't it, to have Alan cleaning that? It's just so shiny. So yeah. And on the way down, we followed a lorry for some considerable time. And then on the back of the lorry, it said can do. So I decided that was an omen for the day. So I thought I'd share with you a bit more. What we actually did on the day and what I regularly do with the team is talk about purpose, key skills, and mindset. And I guess we're all pretty good at some of these or all of these because we've got, like Tina said, we've got successful businesses. However, sometimes it's nice to have some reminders, isn't it, of little tweaks and things we can do. So, purpose. Now, here's a quote that surprised me from one of my very old friends. We're having a bit of a heart-to-heart. She said, "You're so incredible. I've never known anybody that works on being happy as much as you do. I don't know anybody else that works so much on themselves." And I felt happy and sad, both because she hasn't got lots of people around her that are inspiring her. Maybe she's at the top of her tree. She's very, very great professional. She's a lecturer. She also said I should be a life coach, in which I reminded her that really I'm kind of coaching most days in what I do, helping support people grow their businesses. So I thought that was a bit of a shocking quote to hear from my friend. So I thought I'd pop it in there just as a reminder that we should all work on being happy. Because without it, there's nothing else, is there? So this is what we do most days, hopefully. Who am I following though? So I thought, when we go to head office, and we've got this amazing culture there and everyone's pretty well looked after at head office, which is how I know that the team are working well when they're there. But who's at the top? So this is Andrew Lindsay. He's our CEO. And Jen will enjoy this because they're all wearing the same lycra that she loves when she's wearing. So on the left-hand side there, he looks very short in comparison to everyone else, but I can confirm he is quite tall. That's our chief CEO, Andrew Lindsay, and he's gold Olympic medalist. So they weren't the front runners for this Olympic medal. They weren't anything special in terms of, you know, what people thought of them, but they made a lot of tiny tweaks so that they won that year. And there's a book that I'll mention at the end that you can read that I'm sure Jen absolutely loves because she likes rowing, don't you, Jen? But yeah, they won because of tiny little tweaks. One of them being that they didn't go to the ceremony the night before that they were expected to go to, because it would have meant that they would have eaten late and gone to bed later than they usually would, so they wouldn't perform at full mast. So they won the gold medal. So there we are. That's who I'm sort of working with-ish. And I thought, really, I'd share with you why I joined the business. And some of you all know that I actually have another traditional business, not a franchise, and it's in road sweepers. My husband and I work with that, but I don't have a pension, or I didn't when I joined. So, and actually, some of the pensions that people have, the average pension at the moment is 61 grand. With the current annuity rates, that would give you around £3,000 a year, 250 quid a month. So it's a bit of a sad fact, that, and it's probably a good job that old people eat less, isn't it, really? You can all laugh at my jokes. But yeah, it's So really, this is why I joined the business, just so that I knew that I had some sort of pension going forward. And also why some people are joining the business, because, you know, we don't want to get to our old age and have 250 quid a month. You've worked really hard. That'd be rubbish, shouldn't it? So, as I mentioned, why did I join? Initially for fun money, didn't really. I joined out of sheer curiosity. Then as it grew a little bit, I paid for holidays with it. So I was paying for holidays. As I mentioned, as it sort of grew a little bit more, it became a bit more of a pension plan. But interestingly, and lots of people will have moments in their life, like still meet them on a daily basis, I imagine. Things happen in your life, like divorce, like trauma, that you're not necessarily expecting. And so I had to recover from an illness, which my sort of pension pot, as it were, helped to sort of with my recovery, because I was still getting paid from the work that I've done before. So what's it looking like now? I don't want to go on too much about me, because I want you to get some value from this, but it's just about giving everyone else around me the sort of happiness that I have, making sure that the kids have enough. From when I went to university, it's 10 times more expensive now, and it probably will be more expensive when the kids are grown up too. So it's about Glyn not working on road sweepers until he's 69, because that's very manual, and he'll be very broken by then, and the kids having enough. And I think that's what everyone deserves. So if I'd have talked to you 8 years ago when I joined my business, or my UW business, that potentially I could have now what I've got and that freedom and happiness, I probably wouldn't have believed you. So I talked to the team about little tiny steps, and I'm sure all of you in your businesses, when you're scaling up or you're doing different things, will have taken little tiny steps. This is just a bit of a reminder, really, to focus on those little things and giving you a moment to be curious, because we know what life is like. It's not always linear. But if you want to have a moment now, I'm just going to give you a moment to have a pen and paper. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write down a couple of things that you would like in the next few years. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to be curious for a moment. And I apologise to Alan and Jen, because they're not in the WhatsApp groups. They didn't know to have a pen and paper ready. There you go. I'm going to skip the next couple of slides while you're doing your activity. So we're going to come back to those bits. If anything comes to you while I'm chatting away, keep writing on your paper. I know that you're not ignoring me, that's fine. This is my gang, and we talk about breaking the zero. So what is breaking the zero? So the little tiny efforts that we make every day towards our business, and finding out what people's passions are, help us get towards breaking the zero. What breaking the zero is about focusing on what you do want and the happiness that you want. You know, focusing on the good stuff. So I want to, I don't know, go on this holiday. I want my kids to go to private school, whatever it is. It's not just focusing on paying the bills. Now, I'm mindful that I haven't got a lot of time left, so I'm going to skip the next couple of slides. But I want you to think about, if you had all the time and money in the world, what would you be doing? Just write a few things down on paper. I know this is a bit of an odd sort of scenario to be talking about, and we are going to come back to it next week. I'm going to give you a week to think about this. So don't worry, the 30 seconds and the minute that I've given you so far, there's no rush on this. It's your goals and your life. But think about what passions you have. What would you like to be doing? What would you do more of? And these are the things we talk about in the team, because ultimately we do the most boring thing in the world, gas and electric, don't we? But we actually help people get more money back, and we help people earn more money. So it's about what we're going to do with that, because money is just money, isn't it? It's about what you're going to do with it. So breaking the zero. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through this now, because I haven't got very long. And I'm going to talk to you about it in terms of my business, only because I know what we earn. However, if you're thinking about potentially maybe you want a bit of freedom, maybe you want to drop a day of work, maybe you want to scale up your business, or whatever. You want to become insignificant to your business so that you've got people around you earning for you so you can enjoy life. This is what we talk about in our business. So with our business, we get paid £250 bonus, which is a recurring income, and it's a continual pot that grows from each bit of effort that we do. So if we talk about, you know, I'll show you an example actually in a moment, but we talk about what can you do to earn back that day? What can you do to earn back that week? Or, you know, you want to work 3 weeks a month, fine. What have we got to do to do it? And this sort of, we work with the team to sort of learn what does that mean? And obviously, this is working on averages of what the average people in the UK are earning, which is £2,100. That's of 2022. But actually, we do this based on what everyone else earns. So the different people in this group, you might earn different money. You might not want to drop a whole week. You might want to drop a day. And it's about working out for you what you can do passively, or who you can skill up to passively earn that time back for yourself, so that you can be as happy or fulfilled about the passions that you have. So quickly going to run through now, because I literally have a few seconds left. This is a teacher in my team, and we sat down and we did, don't worry about where all the residual incomes comes from, because that's just for our, you won't necessarily understand that. However, what we worked out was, for the efforts that she put in of the 5 years she'd been in the business so far, just working part-time around being a teacher, she had dropped her hours, and she'd earned herself 2 out of every 4 weeks back. So breaking the zero is a really strange topic to get your head around. I'm very happy to talk to you about it a little bit more, but I'm mindful that I've kind of run out of time now. So more than happy to do this as another session. But yeah, have a bit of time between this week and next week. Think about the goals. You're going to have a session with our in our breakout time shortly anyway, to think about goals. Actually, have a think about what would you be doing, what would you be seeing, what would you have, what would you become. You can put it into years if you want to. Think about all the different areas of your life, and we'll come back to it. I'm going to skip these next few slides just so, for the purpose of the video, they can see how to contact me if they really want to. These are some of the things the team came up with. Again, it'll be recorded, so you can pause this if you're really nosy. I know we've got some nosy people in the gang. But we do a lot of goal setting, so we're just helping people out of the cost of living crisis, whether they're saving money, whether they're earning money, and this is what we do. So that's me, Laura of SAVE with Jewell. Sorry, it was a really quick whistle-stop tour. Those are books that are really great. The Will You Make the Boat Go Faster? Sure, Jen loves that. Diver CEO, anything with Stephen Bartlett in it. That podcast, amazing. Slight Edge, again, awesome books. If you're interested in knowing about the multi-income individual stuff, there's a website there, and my website's there too. So I'm going to stop sharing. Whew, that was really fast. Glad I saved that minute for my 60 seconds. I don't know if we've got time for any questions, but I thought you might enjoy a bit of moments to yourself, and I really, really urge you to give yourself a gift in your diary, half an hour between this week and next week, to really look at what you would like, because we sometimes coast through our businesses and life just not meaning to, but just getting stuff done for the kids, or getting stuff done for this, that, and the other. And we sometimes don't think about this stuff enough. So I just wanted to give you a little gift there. You can put it in your diary as Laura's goal setting time, non-negotiable. All right? Half an hour at least between this week and next week. And yeah, that's my gift to you. There you go. Any questions? Oh, Jen.
It's not really a question, and I put it in the chat, a comment really, that was, I love that. I was sorry it was so short, because I would have loved to hear what you were going to say with some of the other slides, but really thought-provoking. And I think you're right to and everybody should do as you've asked, to put aside some time to think about that, because it's yeah, really important thing to do. So thank you.
Yeah, sorry it was so quick. I think I had 2 topics that I should have covered separately, but Anyway, I just got back from Wales and I was enjoying myself too much, so I just chucked it all in. Tina.
Again, not a question, but a kind of an observation. When I started my business 15 years ago, and I'm sure there's some people on this call that think goal setting's not for me. It's too wishy-washy. It's too airy-fairy. I like things that are really, and I think that's the difference. When you run your own business, you're not in a job where you earn money to pay next month's bills or last month's bills, however it works, last month's bills. By setting goals, you're paying for your future. And it is a much more exciting way of working rather than just paying for stuff that you've already used. But it can sometimes take a while to actually get into that frame of mind. So when you're doing Laura's non-negotiable hour in the next week, if it doesn't come easily to you, that's absolutely normal and that's absolutely fine. Yeah. What I would say is go onto YouTube, watch some videos, look at goal setting and get into it a little bit more, because I promise you it will change not just your business, but it will change you as well, because you can't grow your business unless you grow yourself either, can you, Laura?
No, it is true.
Brilliant. But it was lovely. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it. I'll be doing mine on the aeroplane.